Welcome to the second session on diet and lifestyle talk with Gilbert Gaston Charles. So, as for today, on healthy diet and lifestyle plan case, we'll be talking about an overweight case. But first, let us understand on these BMI ranges. Under 18.5 is described as underweight, while between 18.5 to 24.9 kilograms per meter square is described as a healthy range, and between 25 and 29.9 is described as overweight, while between 30 and 39.9 is described as obesity. So let's start with this short profile of our 34 years old male whose weight is 68 kilograms and height 160 centimeters, giving us the body mass index that falls under the category of overweight, and this is 26.6 kilograms per meter square. So, our management target will be on reduction of 10% of the current body weight in 6 months' time. So, we are aiming at reducing 6.8 kilograms in 6 months' time. So, our target weight will be on 61.2 kilograms. So, after having calculations and doing references from the St. Mifflin reference formula giving us 1,349 kilocalories per day, so our final energy calculations are on 1,224 kilocalories per day, giving us a carbohydrate distribution of 50%, protein 20%, and fats 30%. But one thing you should always remember, you should do all the assessments as how it is required by considering the ABCD rule: anthropometric assessment, biochemical, clinical, and dietary assessment. As for now, we will not talk about that. So, after having the final exchange calculations, we came up with the following portions on the food groups: skimmed milk 2 portions, vegetable servings 5, legumes 1, sugar 1, fruits 2, starch 4 servings, protein 2 servings, and fats 6 servings per day. After that, we came to the distribution of the exchanges, and at the end of the day we came up with 5 meals, and on these 5 meals we'll be having 3 large meals or 3 main meals and 2 snacks. As you can see, we'll be having breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a mid-morning snack as well as an afternoon snack. So let us see this best place of meal and lifestyle plan, how it goes and what will this person eat according to the calculations done, and if you're doing it for your client or you're doing it for yourself. Let us see, if you're this kind of a person, what are you going to eat? As for the breakfast, regarding to the calculations and the exchange distributions, we'll be having 1 cup of fat-free milk, 1 cup of raw vegetables, 1 teaspoon of sugar used up in the fat-free milk, and a half cup of cooked bananas. It is such a beautiful meal, but it really meets the caloric requirements and caloric distributions that we have done on the previous calculations. Then let us get to the mid-morning snack. The mid-morning snack, as for this case, I planned on a half cup of chopped fruits. You can have your favorite chopped fruits like grapes, berries, mangoes, any of your favorite fruits fruits in a half cup, fresh chopped fruits that can be mixed or can be a single kind of a fruit. Either of that you can choose. That is a mid-morning snack at 10 a.m. Then at 1 a.m. while having lunch, this particular kind of a person, according to this case, will be having a half cup of cooked vegetables, a half cup of lentils or beans, and a half cup of cooked rice, and matchbox size of meat or a chicken fillet that is 30 grams. Well, let me talk about this matchbox size piece of meat. This matchbox size piece of meat can sound very small, of course, but it really meets the requirements for this person. And for it to be palatable and convenient to this person and to this particular kind of lunch meal, you can cut this matchbox piece size of meat into even smaller pieces and cook it together with the half cup of cooked vegetables. So it will be a delicious meal. And when you come to Tanzania, we call it makange. So you can have your wali makange rice and a matchbox size piece of meat mixed with the cooked vegetables and having your beans on the other side there. That is a very beautiful meal, but it meets the caloric requirements as per plan. So let's get to the afternoon snack. We won't let this pass. On the afternoon snack, this person will be having a half cup of popo. So it's really a beautiful snack, and I myself I like popo. They're good for digestive system. They got fibers. They got a good amount of vitamin A. Yeah, so it's a very good snack to have. And if you're thinking of a fruit snack, you can also think of a half cup of popo. So we won't let this pass again. At 6 p.m. let's go for exercising 60 minutes, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. You can see the cartoons representing these two different people going for workouts, and the other one running and the other one jumping a rope. It's all a fitness therapy. So 60 minutes are the ones that are recommended when you are on a weight loss therapy. So accompanied with a diet, having with the effective exercise, then this will be a very good moment for you to exercise on 60 minutes so as you can have an effective result on weight loss. So let's get to dinner for this person. Wow, it's kind of a beautiful heavy meal as you can see from the pictures, but let us see what it got regarding to our calculations done and what is the actual spitting image of the calculations from these pictures. So we have thrice cup of fat-free yogurt. Then we have a half cup of cooked vegetables and 1 cup of ugali. Then 40 grams fish or palm-sized fish and a quarter or small avocado pear. And I'm sorry, with a thrice cup of fat-free yogurt, it's 2/3, 2 thrice cup fat-free yogurt. You can it was a typing error. So having this kind of a meal is very delicious and palatable as your dinner, meeting the caloric requirements. You'll have the fat portions from the avocado, and the other fat portions have been used in the cooking process. But also in the previous meals, I was not talking about the fat portions. The fat portions were actually used up as your cook. Yes. And as you can see, this is a beautiful dinner that I myself and yourself too, as the listener, you can have, or you can plan it for yourself, and you're gonna see how it works. Yeah. So let us see some other things to consider. The other things to consider as you plan for your patient, for your client, or as you're planning for yourself is look at the cooking practice. Do you cook or do you buy food from some restaurants or canteens, and what are your food likes and dislikes or for that particular person? Because you may end up planning a meal that is not reliable to that person and does not like it at all. But also consider the food intolerance and allergies. All these stuffs are actually in the part of the dietary assessment, but I thought that it could be better if I could talk about them here. Medication regimes and general to specific health concerns. Some medical conditions, they actually interfere with the particular kind of food that you actually need to plan for this person or for yourself. But also consider the fluid calculations. The WHO has set the fluid calculations on daily requirement of fluid requirements, but also you should also consider the humidity, the exercising duration, and other stuff, the convenience of the plan, and also adjusting plans according to the reliability. So I have reached the end of this presentation, and I would like to remind you that your health really matters, and let's meet in the next session. but I would like to acknowledge Tanzania Clinical Nutrition and Dietetics Students Association, but also in hand with the University of Dodoma and the nutrition television platform that brings up all the nutrition and dietetics students into connection from different countries in Africa and all over the world, over 29 countries, and the best of Afro Talents production for these slides. Well, let's meet in the other time, and thank you very much.